What up? Good morning. Um, Day 8. Woohoo. We're doing it. We're doing it. Living the dream. I saw an interesting post yesterday that was like hard now or hard later. Why not be hard all the time? No, it was like a fork in the road and it was like a little meme thing and it was talking about doing hard things now and later. And I think that's something, and Casey Neistat in his most recent YouTube video put out a really sick video after running the New York City Marathon. And it was like, just do hard things. And like that thought, do hard things, literally gets me out of bed in the morning. Like, I will be tired, not want to get out, and I think once, do hard things, and I just Roman Reigns coming out of the WWE guy coming out of the cat. Like, I just get up. I think it's so easy to be comfortable and be okay with being comfortable, living a life that isn't bad necessarily at all by any means. But I think there's no growth in being comfortable. None of this is like new. Like people have said this before. I'm not being some genius, but like getting up early, going to the gym, like that isn't easy. And I'm not patting myself on the back. There's 30 other people in just my gym. Like, but we're all doing something hard to improve ourselves, and I think that, and it's gonna like pay payback. It's gonna be worth it down the road. It's like I'm finding these things I'm doing now, like not drinking much, really any at all. Like, okay, I had a beer last night at trivia, but I never do that. But it was kind of free, so I just was like, fine, I won't reject it. Anywho, um, yeah, it's like I do the hard things now because I hope when I'm 35 and 45 and older that I will be, because of my discipline now, rewarded in the sense where if I want to be doing that stuff, which I don't, like that's never been my lifestyle. I missed out on the college party years, which is fine. I've never been a big drinker. That's not never been my thing. But if hypothetically down the road something switched, yeah, that's all I want. Like I could do, but I'm not gonna. But I could do it. I don't know. Doing hard things is interesting because I feel like a lot of people now just love the mindset of being, not the mindset. They love, or not love. They're okay with it just being where they're at. There's no it's scary, I think, to set a goal and be possible and possibly not achieve said goal, right? Like that's, does that define you as a failure? No. I mean, people do fail. I'll fail. Everyone fails a bunch in their life, and it gets scarier for people to, I think, try, especially nowadays when everything's on the internet and people think you're perceived as a failure, but you're not. I had a like I think my favorite parts about my week are like I have one-on-ones with like bosses, like my bosses, CEO, Matt, Woody, Avery. Those guys are the men. They're the men. Um, and I'm just trying to siphon knowledge out of them. I don't know why I said that so aggressively, but yesterday Matt and I had a, like every time I talk to him, I'm just like that's not like he just spits game. He just knows so much stuff, and fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. All right, I'm back. I was talking, rambling, and it just went so like I forgot what I was talking about. I brought up a couple people, and then it just, or maybe you heard that I brought up people, and then I just forgot what I was saying, and then I was just like shit, and I sat here for 2 minutes trying to think about it. It probably says like we're 3 minutes in. I'm actually like six, but I cut it all because it was me just sitting here like. Anyway, did trivia last night. Those questions are so hard, like ridiculously hard. You have to know everything about everything. Like first one was like, oh, not only what act, or here are the SNL characters and what actors play them, but it was like the characters' names. And I guess if you watch SNL, that makes sense. That's like knowing the voice of an actor, knowing the act, like that makes. But I don't know. I just thought it was so. You have to watch SNL. Like, okay, didn't know any of those. And then like, who was Helen Keller's uncle? Like, dog, she didn't even know who her uncle was. Like, how am I supposed to know? No, that wasn't a question. But they were like crazy dumb. Not dumb. They were just so. I guess I have no knowledge is what I'm ranting about right now. I just don't know enough. Um, was asking like, you'd get a list of 10 books, and you'd be like, write down third or first person if what these books were. Invisible Man, didn't know there was a book called Invisible Man that wasn't about a superhero. Sounds like it should just be a superhero book. Or it might be about a superhero. I have no idea what it's about. I just remember that's the one book I remember on the list. Also, Lord of the Flies. We got that one right, though. Bless up. Shout out my man, Piggy. Do you guys remember that? Okay. Besides that, things are going well. The gym this morning was really good. I did just shoulders. I am comfortable. I think after a long time of not being comfortable with my visual appearance, now I just don't I just don't care, but also like I'm confident too. So, I'm happy. I used to be so small, and it's funny, my aunt sends me these weirdest pictures where like just candid, she'll just take pictures of me randomly, and then she'll text me with pictures of them like handsome. And so I message her like, how do I unsubscribe from these messages? Because like I appreciate the sentiment, but that I don't know. It's so funny. Like imagine you just got sent pictures randomly of you walking on the street and someone was like looking cute. You'd be like, what the? Like I didn't know this was a pic. I don't know. It's a nice gesture, but yeah. Ugh. So clearly I'm not that confident. Anyway, um, yeah. I'm still trying to think back to what I was saying before, but I try to siphon information. I guess we're just gonna loop hard back. I try to get as much information as I can out of the people I can in our company. Our company's small. There's like 7 of us full time now. So, and like 3 of them are just like absolute. Not that everyone else isn't, but 3 of them like certified legends. So I try to suck information about suck. I try to get as much information out of them as much as I can. And so yesterday, Matt and I look forward to this meeting, our one-on-ones as much as possible. And for like the whole hour, he's just like talking about like his past projects, some projects he's done before that did well, that that are like still so like I wish I could show you. He's if it like, was something that wouldn't be a thing, I'd just be like, but I don't know who's gonna see this. You can't control that. I can't do the dog like that. But he's so knowledgeable. Like he's our chief branding officer. He's our VP of brand. Like was he created the agency behind Liquid Death. That's him. That's his brain. His brain is all over Liquid Death. That's his. He's a genius. Like I don't even need to be saying that. Like he's so sick. Anyway, and I was joking with him yesterday. It's like when people, inherently do stuff and they create work, you're going to have bodies of work even your biggest fans don't like. And I'm not like a fan. I mean, I guess I am. Like, I look up to him, but everything he shows me, I'm like, that's so sick. Like, what? Like, that's so cool. Oh, that. I told you yesterday, I was like, it's kind of annoying how everything you show me, I enjoy. Like, dude just doesn't miss, I guess, is like a Gen Z way of saying it. I don't know. But yeah, I try to get information out of them, and he just like knows so much about like here are notes. Hold up. Let me pull out these notes that I wrote down. Okay. So we were talking about like creating a product, right? And he was creating a product for a specific group of people. And before he even thought of that product, like he joined this, let's just say, community. Like let's just say you're in a community of football fans. I'm not gonna say actually what he did because it's on the back burner. It's not to bed. And that's what he said. So I don't want to be. Anyway, and he's like, all right, if you're in the football fan community, right, and you're just always at games and you're watching, like inherently what the struggles are. Whether it's, you're always hungry while you're sitting in your seat or, whatever it may be. I can't identify with those people. But he was like in this community and he identified something that he was like, oh, like this is what an issue is. And then he broke down kind of the issue, kind of had a semi solution or a solution to the issue. And then the branding about it, though, I guess is a bad example because I can't just reveal it. But the branding about it was so sick. Like, there's a term for like the group of football fans, and let's just say, they're called Fanatics. I know Fanatics is already a company, but they're called Fanatics. And then if they're all called Fanatics, then like the branding would be like a step away from Fanatics and tie into all these people who are big fans, and then like the branding, I don't know. It was so dope. I did a terrible job right there of explaining it, but I think you get the premise, or maybe you don't. Whatever. Um, and like he was breaking me down, like breaking down to me different things he did, and oh, and then when he wanted artwork, he kind of searched Pinterest, and he also had like a friend who did art. Like there was different ways he approached different things, and he was like, but you have to see what a community needs and be passionate about it yourself, or it's never going to succeed. And I think with my electrolyte drink, which I'm no longer like, that's tabled. I just need to figure out what I'm passionate about or a community I'm passionate about and go from there. That's like important to me. And he broke that down to me yesterday. He's like, Steve Jobs, and definitely because I just listened to the audiobook, was like, he never cared about the money. Like, if you're doing things for the money, which I don't care about, I wish I was like, I wish I just didn't have bills to pay, which would be sick, obviously. But then I could just like actually just do what I like. I'd still have like, I would still work my current job. Like, or if I knew like everything, like if my current job meant everything was washed that I did, I would still want to do a different like I would still be doing this. I'd still be like, I'd want to pursue something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think a lot of people, if they were financially free, they would just stop working. No, that's definitely not me. Anyway, so you got to see like what a community is passionate about, and then identify what you can help them with. So that type of idea and thought process was pretty sick. And then obviously Steve Jobs, he brought up and was like, he didn't care about money at all like that. Like at one point he didn't take stock options at one point, and then he did later, but like it was clearly that he didn't care, take a salary like a second stint CEO. Like he didn't care. Like money was not. He wanted to make the coolest products that everyone had that were resonating with the consumer, and that is dope. That is super cool. So anyway, yep, I thought that was sick. There's other stuff I've written, but I don't want to spoil. He just spit game. And so I just asked yesterday my real direct boss. I was like, every time you and I talk, it's only work, as in like, what are your updates? How are things? But it's never external. It's never like I want to learn and siphon that information from him. So I posed to him yesterday. I was like, can we have like an hour a week or every other week where we just chat? Like I want to learn about your experiences purely selfishly. Like I think he knows that, but he's like these guys are all down to help. And then I've been texting Jacko, the man, the legend, goat status, the OG mentor of Kale. I've been texting him a lot more, just about product stuff, because he's overtimes head of tech and product. So like he's been helping me a lot and trying to figure out. It's funny. He was like, "Oh, dude, like he wants to coach and get into like mentoring or like more like of that." I think he brought it up a couple times, and he's like, "Oh, like, do you have any coaching friends who want to like learn? And if any of you want, let me know." But like the issue is none of my friends. I'm such an outlier to so many of like the group I put myself around and in is like I don't know. It's I don't know anyone who's like this but me. And I told him I was like, I got to find like a group or something. I got to go start hanging out at like I don't know. He might teach an NYU class, like or drop in. He drops into the CEO of Overtime who teaches at NYU. So he's like, oh, I might give a lecture there, and I got to ask him if I can stop by if he does that. Um. Anyway, so yeah, I got to find more like-minded people. I think that right now is not like hurting my growth at all, but it's definitely not helping. So I want to find people who are eager and as passionate about growing like I am. I'm gonna not do stand up this week, but I'm going to write more for next week is the play, and then I'll let you guys know how that goes. I just have been busy. I haven't been able to do it remotely as much as I wanted to, and then I get like invited. Like yesterday, trivia was okay. Like it wasn't a blast, but it was like I don't know. I don't want to be the guy who every time they invite to something, it's always a no. But then maybe that's what I have to be for a couple years to get where I want to be. Sacrifices, right? Which I guess it's what it's all about. So we'll see. We'll figure out. I'm pretty dialed though. I am confident in that. So today I have nothing going on at night, which I'm excited about. Gonna write a bit of stand up and going to stand up. There was something else I have to do. I'll remember it in a bit. Um, but yeah, things are going well. Swimming, things are going swimmingly. Um, yeah, there was another topic I want to talk about, but forgetting. Um, I think decision making is something actually. This wasn't it, but decision making is something that's interesting because, for example, Woody, CEO man, for the next like 3 episodes until 10, I'm gonna keep giving them name and title or relation or how I know them, and then it's just gonna be all names from there on out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But he basically is like the best decision maker on that, like decisions that take people weeks. He's just so confident in himself and knows, oh yeah, that's the decision to make. So it's interesting. Like I've only seen it twice, a couple of times in action of him being like posed with a question or like him being on a call next to me, and then he'll just be like, decision, big decision. Um, and it's just that I think that's like fascinating for me to see. Like I don't know, I just am so enamored by successful people and how there's so many different routes to success, and success is self determined. Success is self determined, but it's like these three guys, Avery, Matt, and Woody, all are so sick in their own, but all of them are so different, which is so cool, I think. And then I just keep being like, where am I going to be? Their average age is like, what, 34, I think, something like that, 33, 34. So it's like, where am I going to be in those years? Like, where in 10 years will I be as successful? I hope, right? That'd be sick. That'd be super cool. If not, that'd be a bit of a bite in the butt. No, it wouldn't be, actually. Um, yeah, I have to figure that out. I have to answer these questions that Tom was putting out for me. I'm gonna do that after this, and it's like questions like if you see yourself in 5 years, or if you see someone 5 years younger than you, what's gonna make you the most jealous? Like that's a sick question. Like, I'm 23 right now. If there was an 18 who is, in his example, was selling out crowds in Madison Square Garden, I think for comedy, would I be jealous? My answer is like a bit, but not as much as probably other things, right? So it's like, what makes you the most jealous? And that's probably what you want more than anything else. So that's what I've been trying to think of recently is like, oh, if I hear someone, who's 18, 19 doing these things, what's going to make me be like, oh, that guy. Like, how is he doing? Like, you know what I mean? I can do that too, I think, whatever it is. But that's where, like, I want so many things. No, I don't want so many things. I don't know what I want is a better way to put it. So inherently, it's all open. It's open season here. Buddy. Yep. It's only some of you will get the reference there. That's right though. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. This has been long. 20 minutes. Nice. Days have been good. It's rainy, it's wet. I have a rain jacket. Nope, just kidding. It's not a rain jacket. Wore it yesterday. I thought it was waterproof. No, my shirt was soaked. I was just wet. Shout out Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. If you know anything about being drenched, a little bit is like, is it illegal just to be wet? Like, imagine showing up to court soaking wet. That's pretty hilarious. Code drenched. And it's like, imagine you're just drenched everywhere you go. And it's just like, oh, you just, like, it's not illegal just to be soaking wet in the world, but it's funny. That's what it is. It's super funny. Um, so yesterday I was just soaking, just wet, just everywhere I go. Like, oh, that's annoying. So I need a new rain jacket. Gotta get an umbrella, or I need a real rain jacket. Need an umbrella, and we go from there. But today was cold. It's walk to the gym. Obviously, it's like half a mile, maybe a bit more, and it's just cold. It is chilly. Wind has been roaring, but life goes on. Content with how things are going. I'm going to shower, do some hiccups out of nowhere have spawned. Um, Shower, do some stuff for Tom, and head to work probably by 7:45. Yeah, that works. Okay, I will catch you guys tomorrow, Friday. Um, Damn, tomorrow's Friday. Life flies by. That's crazy. All right, peace.